Yo, what is God flow? It's the ability to take command of your lyrics and not conform to those boring. Yo, it looks like shit's getting real in Wandavision, with tension building and the creepiness factor turning up slowly but surely to 11. Will the inclusion of a fan theory save this series and keep us watching? Let's talk about it. Don't give a damn if you like my shit. I'm DJ Shades, I still get played. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. What's good, everyone? It's your boy, Token Drew. And today we are talking about Wandavision episode 3, titled In Color. That's right, this week these bad boys got color this time. Alright, moving on up. So I'm going to try this format a little bit different this time, because I realized that this episode just premiered a couple days ago. Yet, we spoil over here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the non-spoilers first. Then hit you with that spoiler warning and we could talk a bit more freely. Real talk, I like this episode. It's really getting the plot moving. The chess pieces are finally falling into place. It is so cool seeing some of the things that are starting to unravel when you're a fan of the franchise and a fan of the comics. I really think that this show is doing a good job in keeping the already established MCU universe and rules, but also giving us nods from the comics. There is 2 scenes that happen at the same time that have such a great amount of tension. And the way that is happening at the same time, just really get you on the edge of your seat, because you're like, yo, shit's getting real. One of the gripes I have about this show, and it's something that even my 11-year-old son points out, is, Wanda's voice. Where did her accent go? I'm not really liking the voice she's putting on. I get it if she was doing it in front of the neighbors to try and sound more American or something like that, but I feel like she needs to have that exotic voice when she's just talking to Vision when he's in his true form, aka his synthetic form. So I am expecting by the next episode that we're going to start seeing some major plot developments happen, because we are going to be now halfway through this season. There's only 9 episodes, so episodes 4 and 5 are the midway point. So let's see it get real. And that's it for the spoiler free section. Now let's loosen up a bit and talk some spoilers. Alright, so now that the spoiler-free talk is out the way, let's loosen up and really get into it. So, my first things first I'm going to talk about is the cons. And the first con is Geraldine and her characterization in this episode. She was just unnecessarily annoying at first, and I guess that every episode has to have an antagonist or someone you go against, and I feel like we're supposed to dislike her in this episode. I thought it was weird that Vision was using his powers in front of the doctor and everything like that. And honestly, that's really just it that I disliked about the episode. I felt like the episode was a lot of fun. It was really good. You know what I'm saying? So the things I do like about the episode. First off, I really liked the tension that built up in the scene where Vision is confronting Agnes and Herb outside. And that led to a bunch of questions I have, first off, what was Herb doing? That he was cutting through the rock, and I feel like that's more than just a regular ass blade. To be able to do that kind of damage as easy as it was doing, there has to be something with him. I don't know what. I don't think he's Mephisto or anything like that. I think that he's another victim of what Wanda's doing, but there's more to him than what meets the eye. Similar to Agnes, man, I geeked out. When they were mentioning, when Wanda and Vision were mentioning what the twins' names are going to be. And they said Billy and Tommy, and I'm like, yo, those are the mutants. They're coming, man. Because that's what they are. they become the mutants known, like I said last episode, Wiccan and Speed. And it's kind of funny because Tommy was born first, at like Speed, born fast, being fast, and then Billy was born second. I found it pretty cool that her magic was working on a subconscious level too. It kind of shows me that there's something more going on. It's not just her doing this illusion. It's almost like there's two levels to it. There's what she can manipulate herself, and then there's what's happening subconsciously that she can't control. Such as when she brought the butterflies to life, and when she brought that stork to life that she could not red poof away, which was weird. And it makes me wonder, like, does that mean anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, she could not do anything to this stork that she brought to life. So what does that mean? So does that mean that Vision is dead? Because Vision now, in 2 different episodes, has been manipulated by Wanda. Like he's part of the illusion. You know what I'm saying? In the last episode when she says no, when the beekeeper comes up and rewinds everything. And then in this episode when he starts questioning the reality and she looks kind of shocked and looks to the left and right real quick. And then it kind of jumps back a couple seconds and Vision is like, this is our home and blah, blah, blah. We should like it or whatever he says. I can't remember. But it raises a bunch of questions, like, what is that? What's going on? It's crazy that Wanda actually has the power to create life. From the 2 humans that are the twins to the very stork and butterflies animating inanimate objects. My theory from last week that she is harnessing the Infinity Stones, I still stand by. Because whatever she's doing, that's not just, random magic. At least established by the rules in this universe. Once again in the intro, which was a different intro, there wasn't the song like we had last week, but we're going to be getting different style intros each week. A lot of those scenes that we've seen in the trailer was found in this intro, honestly. Which doesn't upset me. It's just cool that you're getting all the little slice of life stuff during the opening song instead of having to sit through it in the actual episode. But once again, those hexagons pop up. Now, I still think the hexagons can also be a callback to the 666 because there's 6 sides. It can also mean hex as in Wanda's powers in the comics. They were originally called hex powers, which somehow affected probability. It was really weird. It makes no sense. Another thing that I brought up during the episode is during that tense part I was talking about with, we have, man, there's so much to talk about right there. So the 2 tense parts are awesome. You have Wanda and Geraldine while Wanda is giving birth and after she gives birth and the doctor leaves, which the doctor throws out some really crazy lines as well. The doctor, he talks about how he's trying to go on vacation to Bermuda with his wife and he can't get out. And he said something along the lines of small towns are very hard to escape. Say what? Then you have when Wanda and Geraldine are having their tense moment and Wanda is singing in Sokovian to the babies. She mentions that she was a twin and starts talking about Pietro, which I do appreciate how she says it in the sexy Sokovian accent. Pietro. Say Pietro to me all day, Wanda. But Geraldine says Pietro was killed by Ultron, wasn't he? And Wanda gets serious and she's like, what did you just say? And Geraldine was like, I said, and tried to change it up. And that's when Wanda notices the necklace that Geraldine has that says sword on it. And she's like, yo, you need to leave. And Geraldine's like, nah, don't be like that. And Wanda starts getting hella scary and like getting all close to her like, you need to leave. That was tense because we know Wanda is powerful as hell, and she's very, very unstable. On the flip side, at the same time, Vision is outside and Agnes and Herb are talking. Herb. Agnes and Herb are talking. Blah. Agnes and Herb are talking. Blah, blah. So then we go outside to see Vision and he notices that Herb and Agnes are talking. And you can hear him loudly saying, like loud whispering, saying some stuff about Geraldine. Like, I wonder if she's still in the house, what all she's saying, what she's doing in there. And Vision walks up, curious as a cat. And Herb starts spilling the beans. And he's like, I think she's acting like that because because we're all, and as he's saying that, Agnes stops him and she's like, no, stop it. Stop it. Similar to what Kitty's character, Mrs. Hart, was saying in the first episode, you know, that stop it phrase. And Agnes gives that same scared look to Herb that she does when Wanda says, I can just be myself. So what I'm thinking is that Mephisto is in the show. Agnes, I feel like, is working for him. And she needs to keep everything going a certain way because Mephisto needs these kids. All that, I feel like, when that comes to light, is going to be the madness that Wanda's going to experience. Now, Wanda, when she tells Geraldine to leave, when Vision comes in, the camera's on Wanda and she's like standing just straight, looking at the camera and saying, you know, Geraldine had to leave, or Geraldine left. And the music is like really creepy and tense. And Wanda is super calm about it. No emotions. Cold-blooded. So we cut to the end of the episode, which is, you know, we're in spoiler talk. And Geraldine's getting blasted out of this portal that looks like a TV screen and lands on a field still wearing her 70s outfit. And you see all of these agents of S.W.O.R.D., I assume, surrounding her. So even though we who follow the show know that she is Monica Rambeau and sent in by S.W.O.R.D., here at the end of the episode, we get a few answers. You know, number one, that Westview is a real place because this operation is set up outside of a Westview area. So I think Wanda took over this whole town. What was Herb saying when he said is he saying we're all trapped? We're all in limbo and purgatory? Are they all dead? Makes you wonder, because Vision's dead. I mean, we know that for a fact. This takes place after the snap. And we only know that because the opening Marvel credits have clips from the last Marvel movies. We can assume that this takes place after all that madness goes down. Now, yes, I said that woman, Geraldine, is really Monica Rambeau. Monica Rambeau was the daughter of Captain Marvel's friend, that little girl who helps Captain Marvel choose out her colors. Remember, Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s. This takes place after the snap, which happened in real time. So this takes place in at least 2025, 2026. All right. So whatever's going on, whatever forces are at work, I feel like they want Wanda's kids. And I feel like S.W.O.R.D. is trying to figure out what's going on. What happened to this town? Maybe this town completely disappeared. Could Wanda have killed them all? That's a good question. So at the end of the day, I feel like this episode was good. So far, the best I feel like that we've seen out of the three. So I'm going to give it a B+. I look forward to seeing what's happening next. But I really hope that the next episode we get some more meat in the sandwich, so that way we can be a bit more satisfied going into the next hump of the series. Makes you wonder, though. I mean, with these two mutants being born, how are they going to bring in the X-Men? Is Wanda going to warp them over? Is she going to materialize them? Makes you wonder. I can't wait. I can't wait. But until then, I'm your boy, Token Drew. Live up, smoke out, game on. I'm out this bitch. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bitch, don't like my game, I still get laid. And I don't give a damn if you like my shit. I'm DJ Shades, I still get played. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Real talk, we similar. I hustle, you hustle. Live rise, you rise. I struggle and you struggle. Is my shit so different? Cause I talk like I'm educated. Am I struggling the same cause I wait the tables? Y'all fuckers on my stage exaggerate and say I ain't real cause I ain't a fella. I'm the one buying drugs that you selling. You hustling for a living, but I'm buying